The government is trying to stop me from making this video. The second I unplugged my computer to bring it over here, someone started mowing. But I cannot be stopped. I cannot be silenced. If you haven't gone for a walk in a while, you may have heard about Artfight's new rules. I'm not going to farm watch time by explaining Artfight to you. If you clicked on this video, you probably already know what it is. But apparently they're banning artists from tracing 3D models, and people are a little upset. Keep in mind, this is just for tracing them. You can still reference them. I think there's been some confusion about that. I don't know. I haven't really been following. So let's talk about it. Honestly, this could have been an Instagram story, but I make videos because I don't really have anyone to talk to. So I'm making it your problem. My main thing with the situation. You can't trace pictures of yourself? That's insane to me. Like, who am I stealing from? My parents? We'll get back to the 3D models. This is what's crazy to me. Especially if you're just like tracing a hand. And what if you can't find a reference with your body type? Or you're drawing like a wheelchair pose or something? Now I can smell your defense. I can also smell your fear. Well, you don't have to trace it, just reference it. And we'll talk about that. This isn't an all-in, trace everything type video. This is a lukewarm defense. I think other people have already made that video. Tracing will not always help you learn. You'll learn the same, if not more, by learning observation skills. For me personally, I want to get good at anatomy, so I don't trace 3D models often. I'm trying to get better at using references so I can make my own poses from scratch because, I'll be honest, I don't really like using 3D models. I think they're really hard to pose and I can't get them to look as dynamic as I want. Plus, it's so much effort. I do sort of trace them sometimes when I'm just doing something fun and I want to focus on rendering or the clothes. But 3D models did help me learn anatomy when I was just starting out. Even then, I didn't trace them line for line. I don't actually trace like line for line even when I'm being lazy. And that's because most 3D models don't even look like the characters I'm drawing. I use female models for everyone I draw because good male models are really hard to find. Why are they always so buff? It's not what the average man looks like. Don't flatter yourself. I've always traced by just tracing the important parts, like the hips and the positions of the knees and such. And if you're a beginner, I really recommend trying this. It didn't change my anatomy overnight. You can't trace and make something look good if you don't have the skill yet, but it gave me a great base to improve upon until I didn't need it anymore. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. And I've seen pro artists that still use models sometimes. I think a lot of people see art like, okay, bear with me. You know those Minecraft players that grind the game, make a million farms, get the best gear, mega base, all that? I think some people think to be an artist you have to be a master, know every muscle by name, how to do realism, detailed rendering. But art can just be for fun. Artfight is fun. If you don't want to learn anatomy but just want to draw your fave in a cute outfit, tracing models and pictures of yourself is great. When I get an attack on Artfight, I'm not turning up my nose because the artist is clearly inexperienced, or even if it's just a quick doodle, it's just for fun. In the age of AI, why are we doing this? Anyone that decides to pick up a pencil or a stylus or whatever you use instead of just generating your faves fucking is already an artist. So many people are just too lazy to even decide, I'm going to put an hour into this little doodle of an outfit I saw on Pinterest. So why are we punishing this? You don't have to be a pro artist to draw. We all traced pictures when we were kids. If you're not posting it and claiming it's your own, you can really do whatever you want. I've copied art from people I like when I'm doing art style studies. It doesn't make me a disgrace. I wasn't stealing. I'm literally the only person who's ever seen them. I'm proud of anyone who sits down and decides they want to spend an hour on art. I'm proud of anyone that dedicates 20 minutes, 5 minutes to art. I would assume the reason this was banned is in case you trace a model that isn't yours. But most 3D models are made for artists. Here's the site I use. It's called Just Sketch Me. Is that not permission? More importantly, some people make their own models for their characters. Here's some of mine. I obviously didn't make them from scratch, I just ripped them from The Sims 4. I guess I'm stealing from EA, but like, who cares? Another reason could be they don't want people taking the easy route and just spamming points for their team. And like, a good artist can whip up a base from scratch in the same amount of time a beginner can trace. And if I really wanted to farm points, I could draw a bunch of my mutuals OCs or draw a bunch of bases beforehand and then spam posts. But who cares? There is no prize. How many people are working on maximizing their strategy? Most people are here to get out of their OCs, not a little crown in their bio. And this circles back to AI. I bet you there is someone that wants to win who's just spamming people with slop of their characters. Obviously that's not allowed either, but in comparison, tracing a picture of yourself is nothing. People will be relieved to just get art. Why are we punishing both these things on the same level? Final thoughts? Just keep doing what you're doing. If you trace a picture of your hand, how will they know? Even if it's noticeable, are there art fight police roaming the battlefield? Do you really think someone's going to report your attack because one hand looks randomly really detailed? Honestly, I feel like more people are going to be tracing models this year just out of spite. That's all I have to say. Happy art fight, everyone.
To my rock, the flint to my steel, my red